Hey everybody, it's Susho from The Curious Frugal and from Work From Home Love Life. I think that we're good now. I think you can hear me and see me. Oh my gosh, please tell me that this technology stuff with the streaming gets easier. I like lives and I like videos and all that stuff. I'm comfortable with Loom, but I'm super new with StreamYard. This is my second time. I actually had to go on again to figure it out. And it's just try to get everything coordinated and flip around to the different pages. I'm just going to show you who's on my lap. It's my bud. It's my mouser. So I used to have two cats named Bunny and Mouse, and Bunny passed away about a year ago. This is Mouse, and she is always with me, except when I have Olina on my lap. But she's really happy when Olina's out of the house, so she's going to be my friend for the tutorial. But I wanted to start about talking about why it's a great time to start a blog. First of all, if it's something that you thought about before, if you wanted to start a blog or a website for your business, it is a great time because of so many people being at home right now. So many people are working from home. There's a crazy amount of people that are online looking for things. My web traffic has just been amazing, and I'm not the only one. I'm in a lot of different blogger groups, and this is what's seen across the board. So and basically when my traffic started growing was when the first wave of the pandemic hit and when people started being at home more. So it's a really good time. There are some blogs and some sites that do better right now. So if you have ever thought about starting a food blog, craft blog, homeschool blog, parenting blog, those are amazing to start right now. Some that might not be as good, maybe you want to stay away from the Disney blog right now, unless you have a really specific idea in mind that eventually will grow to travel to Disney World again. So I also wanted to talk about income, why blogging is great, is especially for parents that have kids at home. So I've tried a lot of different side hustles, and this by far is my favorite one. It's flexible, it's creative. I always need some kind of creative thing in my life. I need a challenge. It gives me the community of other people, other moms, which I totally adore. And I've actually made online friends just through my blog, and it's just a fun community for sure. But that's not the only reason I do it. I do want to make an income from it, and I am. So I have shared a little bit about my part-time income from my blog before, but what is exciting and I wanted to share as well is that I think I'm going to be making my first, having my first month where I'm making $3,000 working part-time on the blog. So this is very part-time, very flexible. I probably work about 10-ish hours a week, and I completely work it around my family schedule, my daughter's schedule. If I want to be outside, like right now, it's really nice out. Finally, I think the snow is melting. We had so much snow, so you can do that. So that's awesome. That's something that's so good. Okay, so I want to talk about Bluehost. So that's my cat just attacking my sweater spread. She doesn't usually do that. Okay, she's off my lap now. It's distracting. So Bluehost is the site. It's the hosting place that I have my first website, so Curious Frugal. And then just very recently, about a month and a half ago, I started my second website, also with Bluehost. It's called bestmugcakes.com. So why I like Bluehost is it's so easy to use. It's super cheap. So it costs about as much as one latte, and I'm obsessed with lattes, whatever your drink is. It costs about the same as one of those a month. So it's an incredibly cheap way to get started with a business that can make you passive income. Bluehost, another good thing about them is they include your domain name for free when you sign up. So a lot of other places you'll have to pay an additional, whatever it is, $30 or whatever, to get your domain name. So the domain name is, your URL. So Best Mug Cakes for me or The Curious Frugal, but that's included when you get hosting with Bluehost. So it's totally why I picked it as well. They have good support. I've never had any issues with either site, with downtime or anything like that. I think I just had a couple of questions about how to find something, in like on the dashboard or whatever. And the chat is great. They're really responsive. Okay, so I'm gonna hop over, and I really hope that I can share my screen with you. And this is where I get a little tripped up sometimes, but we will get this. Okay, let's see. We can share the screen. Where is it? There it is. Okay. The thing is, I have lots of tabs up, so this is why. Okay, here's one. So we're going to go to my page on The Curious Frugal. And hopefully you can see this. I'm just going to hop back to the main StreamYard to make sure that this is all visible. It is, yes. Okay, good. Why is it so small? Is that too small for you to see? Hold on, let me get it. See if I can get it bigger. Oh. If anybody knows StreamYard and wants to comment in to help me out here, then that's awesome. I don't know why it's so small. That's better. You don't need my face to be that big. Okay. Back to how to start a blog and the time it takes to drink a coffee. It's honestly really, really fast. So a major thing you need to do is figure out what you're going to blog about. So I talked a little bit about that. It can change though over time. So don't worry at all about like super sticking with something. I think the main thing I would say is just to get started. There's no point in procrastinating on this because it actually is better for Google, for your rankings and all that, for your website to age. So I told somebody this because this is like a little while ago, but I was getting a pedicure and I was talking about websites, and she thought that newer sites might be better, and I said no, for sure not. Like with bestmugcakes.com, I don't have a lot of time to work on that one, but I wanted to get it started right away, to get a few posts up, to start having that website age, because that is going to be one of the things, along with my good content, that helps it rank on Google. So it doesn't do any good to hang on to that idea. Essentially, if you have the idea and you have the whatever it is, like around $5 a month, then just go for it. It doesn't mean it has to be all super perfect from day one. You can grow with it. Like I'll just tell you, like for Best Mug Cakes, I have, I think, 6 posts on it. It's really small, and some places will tell you get 20 posts going before you even launch. No, that's bad advice. If you have the main pages, you need to have a privacy page. You have to have an about me page. You have to have your homepage, of course. You don't want no content on your website. But after that, launch with one page. That's it. Launch with one post. That's what I did, and you're not going to get a ton of traffic anyways on the first day that you launch, or the first couple of days you launch. So just do it, and then slowly add to it depending on how much time you have. So that's exactly what I'm doing with Best Mug Cakes. It's there, it's getting traffic. I'm hoping to get it monetized soon, which is awesome. And that will bring in, hopefully a couple $100, like quite passively a month, with me not even adding to it. And then, and then over time, when I have more time, I will add more recipe posts for sure. And hopefully over Christmas holidays when we have some more time off. Okay, so once you know what you are going to be talking about, what you want to do, so I've got other things you can read about. If you have doubts and fears about starting a blog, that's a really good one to read. A lot of people do, you're not so sure if what you have to say is unique. You're afraid of being, vulnerable, exposed to the world, that kind of thing. Those are so common. So I would just say have a good look at that, because you're not alone with those feelings. And I actually did not tell my family. I told my husband, but I didn't tell extended family about my first blog when I started it up. because I'm sharing some things about income and different things like that. And I just was not ready. I was not ready to have my extended family see. So there are different ways to do it if you have some fears about exposure. It doesn't mean that you have to wait another 5 years, because we all know right now, like, look how precious life is and how short life is. So if you have ideas that you want to share with the world, then do it. You know, there will be people that want to hear from you for sure. Okay, so let me just hop back here. So brainstorm domain names based on your blog topics. Okay, so this one is very important. Your first choice of blog name might not be available. So what you should do is go through and brainstorm like 5 to 10 different names. So the Curious Frugal was not my first choice. I think it was, I don't know, it was something frugal. It was like a frugal life or something like that. But that one was taken. I actually really loved Curious Frugal now. I'm glad I got it. But brainstorm a bunch of them, because it is generally much more preferable to get a .com than a .co than a .whatever. So try and find one that is short enough, spellable. That's another thing. I had some people have asked me, what about using my name? And that's great, as long as your name is spellable. I would not use my name. My name is Sushil Sunday. Sunday people can get for sure. How are people going to spell Sushil? And if they mess it up, they're not going to be like Googling how to spell it. They're just going to go into another website. We all have short attention span. So if your name is very spellable and there's only one way you can spell it, or one main way, then definitely you can think about using that. And, you could be the brand or whatever. But if there's, in any way, different ways of spelling it, I would not advise that. It's probably not a good idea. Something that is easy for people to remember and spell. Okay, so then you have your domain name. So you're going to want to choose your hosting plan. So for Bluehost, I'll give you the links and all that kind of stuff. So what you get is a free domain name for the first year. You get a free SSL certificate, which is something that you want. You want your site to look secure, to be secure, but also you want to have you want the secure HTTPS. You don't just want HTTP. One-click WordPress install. It makes it so easy, and 24/7 support. So I'll just show you the different plans. I'm just gonna hop back to make sure that it's scrolling with you good. Okay, so the different plans that are available are Basic, Plus, Choice Plus, and Pro. I signed up for the Basic one. If you just want one website, it's going to be enough. If you're starting out, you're a beginner, just use the Basic. Save yourself some money and just go with that. You still get the free domain name, you still get the free SSL certificate, and you get as much storage really as you're going to need when you're starting out, for sure. So unless you're planning on right away growing and having a whole bunch of niche sites or something, then you might want to get a bigger plan. I would say the Basic is enough for most people, for sure. Okay, so now you register your domain name. So you shouldn't already have one if you're just starting out. So you probably do not have a domain name. So you put here, help me get my free domain. So you type in whatever it was that you picked, whatever, best gardening tips, and then they've got .com, keep it at .com. And you click next. And then you enter your account information. It's just basic stuff again, name, business name if you want, email address, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And this part is important. So I chose, when I was signing up the Curious Frugal, when I was just starting it out, I signed up for the 3-year plan. You don't have to do this. You can definitely sign up for just 1 year if you want to try it out, or 2 years. I signed up for the 3-year plan because it's cheapest that way. It's cheapest per month. So the 2-year plan is cheaper monthly than the 1-year plan, and the 3-year plan is cheaper monthly than the 2-year plan. So you choose what makes sense for you. If you think that you're really going to give it a really good shot, then I would say definitely get more. If you can afford it, get more than the 1 year. Okay, so yeah, I wrote here, I thought about getting the 24-month plan, but ended up getting the 36-month plan as it was only a few dollars more for that whole third year. So it just like financially totally made sense for me. Okay, so there are a bunch of extra things that you can add for, extra money. You don't need to add a lot of these, I would say. If you want to, you can. There's extra protection and stuff like that. That's great. But I unclicked a bunch of these things. I didn't get SiteLock Security. I didn't get CodeGuard Basic. I did not get Bluehost SEO Tools Start. That was free, so I'm sure I got it. And the thing that I did add on, and I would recommend, is the domain privacy protection. It's not very much. It's a few extra bucks per year. And the reason why it's a good idea is it helps control privacy to your personal information. So it will hide your personal address, your phone number, and email, because when you sign up a URL, that's information that has to be inputted. So that is tied to your URL. So I did not want people, oh my gosh, my cat. So I did not want people to be seeing that the Curious Frugal is associated with me, Susho, who lives in this house at this address at this phone number. That did not make me feel safe at all. So adding on the domain privacy protection was totally worth it in my opinion, and I'm frugal. So I had checked all the other things, but that one for sure I added on. And had no issues with that. So next we will go to, so I picked the 3-year plan. You pick whatever you want. I checked the domain privacy protection, and then that's it. You press enter, it right away it registers, and then what you have to do is, and it's so easy through Bluehost, is you install WordPress. So what you will do is you will sign in. So when you're going through the process and paying, it's going to ask you to create a username and a password. So this is what you're going to need when you are signing into WordPress. So create one and make sure that you keep that, because you don't want to get logged in your own, or locked in your own website. So when you go into Bluehost for the first time after signing up for this, you want to go and you look for the section that says website. So under website, there'll be a whole bunch of icons. Ignore most of them. You do not need them at first or at all. Like there's tons that I never ever use, and they're for like really experienced people, or if you have a developer that helps you at all down the line. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna pick up my cat. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, here she is. So she calms down when she's in my lap. Okay, so you are going to find it will say WordPress install. So it's just a little square icon. You just click on that. You'll see the bar go across, and it will install it. So it's so awesome and easy and really, really fast to get started. It's faster than me talking. So once you do that, you will click on your WordPress. You're going to have to enter the login information. So like I just said, the username and the password. And then it's going to bring you, and I'm going to show you if you haven't seen a WordPress dashboard at all, I'm going to show you mine. Hopefully I can now share a different screen. So just bear with me. I'm going to stop that one, and I'm going to share my WordPress. Where are you? Yeah, my multitasking mode likes to have a lot of tabs open. I don't know how many tabs you guys have open at once. It actually helps keep me organized. Okay. As I say that, I'm having trouble finding it. Okay, let's see. There it is. Okay. Share. Okay, so this is my dashboard, and I'm just going to hop back quickly to make sure that it's being share it. There it is. Great. Okay. So this is what it will look like for you. So dashboard, there's not really a lot. I don't take a look that much about all this kind of stuff. I tend to go right into a couple of different pages. So if you're super new to blogging and having a website, I'm just going to go over a couple of these very, very quickly. So you're going to want to install certain plugins, and I'm not going to go over them here because it would be a super long tutorial, but I can maybe do another one in the future. And okay, so when you're starting up your website, you want to have a few pages. So pages are going to be things that are always there, and they're always going to be very easily accessible to people. So pages are going to be things like your About Me, your privacy page, home page is a page. So those are pages. You're going to need a disclaimer page, that kind of thing. If you're having a contact page, also a page. Posts are going to be for your blog posts. So that's going to be what you're going to have a lot more of. So just make sure that you don't confuse them. At first, when I was starting up, I had no clue about any of this, total beginner. So it will get easier for you too. So posts will be where you put all your blog posts. If you're doing your gardening website, then 100 tips on how to garden, or how to do container gardening. All those kinds of things will be posts, not pages. Okay, so those are posts, those are pages. I talked a little bit about plugins. Those will tell me where your comments are. But I would just advise starting with the bare bones. Just get something out there, and then you can work on it sort of at your leisure. And it's really fun. Like blogging for sure is not a sprint. This is a marathon. So that's why do a little bit at a time. The more time you have, the more time you can work on it, and it will grow faster the more time you put into it. So for sure, people that I know that have quit their jobs, just taken that big leap and worked on it, they can grow their income faster. If you have a different personality or different economic situation and you want to just ease into it, that's awesome too. I think that anybody can make money blogging for sure. I totally believe this. I think it's an amazing way to make money. Do I think that everybody will? No, because you have to work at it. You have to do it. You have to do the thing. So I wanted to talk also about. I will be available in the Facebook group, the private Facebook group. If you're starting up your blog and you have any questions, then feel free to ask them in there. You can post them and I'll push them through. We can talk about things. Please don't personal message me. I get so many and I don't even sometimes notice them, and I can't keep up with them because I am trying to keep my own blogs going as well. So please feel free to post any questions you have about basically the starting up stage. I love the starting up stage of blogging, of any business. Like, absolutely thrive on this. I like the newness, the excitement, the helping people out, even the challenges, all that kind of stuff. And it wasn't 100% smooth for me or probably most people for their first blog. So if you have questions, please feel free. If you're not sure about certain domain names, you can also post in the group to see if you want some feedback on what people like, or if your name would work as a domain name, that kind of thing. You can brainstorm with the group as well. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Okay, have a good day, guys. Bye.